We've just arrived to Martignau Beach, and you know what that means. It's time for the Idiot's Guide to Slalom, Part 4.
The wind, the sun, the light, the clouds, the rain, the ocean.
Miguel has definitely got a shorter haircut than me.
All we know is that we are here. The wind, the sun, the light.
Yes, the Portuguese National Championships, and I am here to get on the podium this year. Have I been training? Well, I tell you what, we have had some serious wind in the last week. With all that high wind training, I am ready, but there is one problem. This, yes, the forecast for the competition is not good. We've had so much wind, as I showed you before. The forecast for next week, cranking. The forecast for these 4 days, iffy at best. We've already had one day, nothing. Did a bit of sup racing. I nearly coughed up a lung. I'm unfit. I did already work that out. Today, they are saying a late skippers meeting. I think 2-3 o'clock, which is late because they're expecting a little bit of wind at the end of the day. So, what does that mean to me in this competition? Well, I'd be super confident on the small kit. You know, I've been on the 6.3 and that 96 and I feel really comfortable, but I haven't rigged the 7.0, the 7.8, and 7.8 is my biggest since last year. I've not been on my 116, which is my big board, which is a small or medium board for some people. So, although weirdly, I am actually probably the top seed coming into this competition. A couple of the big guns haven't turned up this year. Mateus Isaac, his visa has run out, so he's had to go back to Brazil. Martin Montero, he's doing some modelling, so he's not coming. Miguel Martinho, he's not coming. So I have got the pressure of, oh yeah, Ben's going to win this. He should win this. But I've not been on the big gear. The forecast is for big gear. I'm nervous. I'm not joking. All the other years, I've been like the chaser, the one who's coming from behind, trying to, you know, trying to give them a good run for their money and maybe sneak onto the podium. Now, I've gone to, oh, he's going to win. And I'm like bricking it. I need to get the gear ready. Literally, I have not done anything on the big gear. I need to make sure even I've got the screws, everything I need to do now. And I am early, second day. Literally, there's no one here. There's no one here. It's like 12 o'clock. It's boiling hot. There's a reason no one's here. And I'm scratching around now in the van trying to make sure. And I'm getting nervous. So there we go. That scene is set. We might get wind this afternoon. I'm going to go in... fiddle around with a bit of gear. I've got to put adjustable outdoors on. I found another boom in the garage. Okay, so before I open these doors, don't you judge me. Don't you judge me, because this I know, for anyone who follows the channel will know this was meant to be the mega van. All singing, all dancing. It's just a shed. It literally is just a shed. Since we got the house in Portugal, that has kind of taken precedent over this, and this is now what it is. It is used to get to the beach, and now I'm using the bed as storage. I'm chucking everything in. Like I said, don't you judge me. So I've shoved in a load of the slalom gear. That's my 96. That one is ready to go. 32 fin, super happy with that setup. On the 6.3, that's it. I'm very happy with the 6.3 setup. What I'm not sure about is everything else. I've got the 116 here, which is a 71.5 wide. Now that's my big board. I have put this board in, which is a free race, a monster, which is a 126/83 wide. So that's super wide, but I don't actually have a big enough fin for it because I actually have been using that with a foil, but there's no foiling here. So that's my big board, 116. Is it big enough for the forecast we've got? Maybe not, maybe not. I've even found an 8.6, which I've never used. I don't know if you can put an 8.6 with the 116. Can you? I don't know. So my biggest sail I've been using in last year was this 7.8. and I haven't rigged it since last year. Got the 7.0, and those, I guess, will be my go-to. My feeling is, if it's windy enough for slalom here in Martignal, I'll be on a 7.8 or a 7.0. If it's 8.6 weather, I don't know if they'll race. If they do, I will lose because I haven't got that gear. So that's worrying me. I'm a little bit nervous about that, but I'm just going to control the things I can control, and that is get the 7.8 and the 116 tuned as best as I can in the time we've got left, which is no time at all, but I'm going to at least make sure the fin fits in. That's the fin I'm putting in. You can see there, CHRL37S. What does that mean? I have no blooming clue. If you're ever doing competition, because this is an idiot's guide, I've got to say this already. Anyone who knows who watches these idiot guides, they're not true idiot's guides. They're just following me through my experiences in a certain subject. And obviously this is slalom. So this is a boom that I sorted out this morning. Now, this is going to come as a shock to a lot of people, and please don't send me hate mail. I found this boom in the garage. It's a brand new carbon race boom I didn't know I had. Now, there's a lot of people out there just going, Ben, I hate you. I hate you. No joke, it was hidden behind things. I didn't even know I had it, but I have already put the adjustable outall on. I cannot race without an adjustable outall, so that is straight in. I also got sent this, which is super cool. This is from Lisa, Windsurfing, and this just basically pops into the eyelet like that, and you're good to go, your adjustables. So I'll tell you what, I found this really useful the other day with the upper eyelet and the lower eyelet. I was like, oh, I think I'm gonna change. I just went, yeah, moved it up, done. And then I was like, oh, I like that. And I was like, that is my sort of tuning. When it's that easy, I can tune. So this, have a look at that. Well worth checking out. I think it's a really cool invention. I say invention, it's been around for a bit, but this is the Lisa one, it's really good. Harness lines. Now, on my other boom, which is the one I've been using, I've got adjustable lines. So this is adjustable lines, and they're set at about 31, it says here. I didn't have any adjustable lines, so I had to go to my wave sailing lines, and I found these old ones because I usually sail with quite long lines, and these are kind of short 32s. I remember when Simmer came out with them, I always thought, oh, they're a bit short for me, and I was using 34s at the time. So I've dug them out. I haven't used them yet. I'm hoping they're not too long. Calm the nerves. Hopefully we get a bit of wind so I can have a bit of a test before the first race. As you can see, I don't take the watch off now because I'm so scared of forgetting it. This is an essential tool for racing. This is a trivia quiz for you guys at home. How do you know how big the fin should be for the board without trying it? Is there a rule? I have read a few times there's a rule. This is 71.5 wide. So apparently you're meant to half it. Yeah, you've done that? What is it? 35.5 plus a little bit. Is that a thing? I might have heard that on Nico Preen's video. You half it and then add a little bit. And you're like, well, what do you mean add a little bit? Add a little bit? Well, what's add a little bit? How bit's a little bit? But it kind of makes sense because let's say 72, half of 72 is 36. So 36, this is a 37, and that feels about right. So I don't know, has anyone got any better suggestions for working out fin length for boards? I should really rig a 7.8. Can I be bothered? There's no wind. Are we going to race today? Probably not. But I should really get it out the bag at least. There's probably some mice in there, who knows? Let's give it a go. We should at least unroll it so we don't get any surprises. I mean, I've hardly used the 7.8. Even got the sticker still on it. Perfect. That's the two sails which I haven't rigged since last year. I mean, how hard can it be? Just stick the mast in, whack the down on. Good to go. Maybe I need to change this rope. Doesn't look particularly healthy. Jesus, what do you think? Risk it?
for a chocolate biscuit. I have a feeling
This video might not age well. Okay, so you've seen me rig up before and you've seen me mess around, but watch this. I've got a new technique. Boom! 1 camber. Oh dear. 2 cambers. 3 cambers. Oh! I thought you always had to take the, put the boom on. Oh, it's not really working. On the 6.3, on the 6.3 I had it nailed. There we go. Maybe I haven't got enough downhill on, but there you go. All the cambers are on. But I was taught this, I think 2 years ago at this very event by Matthias Isaac. You have the downhaul you want to put on. You're aging, your back is hurting. You have no easy rig, you have no ratchet. All you need is a harness hook and your rope and a foot. You basically push that into your hook, yeah? You go round once, round twice, and then you pull it back like you're rock climbing, put your foot on it, and then just stretch your foot out, yeah? And then to shorten the rope, just pull it forward, it shortens, pull it back, put more down on, pull it forward, and you can put on with minimal effort a shit load of downhill. Now I was always, look at that. Look at that. Look at that thing. That is pulled down to 1 inch of its life. And I have not got a sore back, not got a sore leg, and all I've done is put my harness on. That, if that. What was I telling you about that rope? I said this might not age well.
Well, you better change it.
So I'll say one thing, you're better to break it on the beach than out at sea. Top tip, saw this on a Geordie Vonk video a while ago. When you're using a normal extension, oh that's a bit sandy, hand width here of rope, then you can actually slip the cambers on without putting the boom on. That's that, Geordie Vonk. Thanks for the tip, mate. That makes life easier. And then we can come back and use our little thing here, you know, round the hook, a couple of times round, pull it back, put your foot on it. I'm a bit worried about this mast, it's so hot right now. There you go, so easy. So this is what I was saying about the Lisa system here. With an adjustable outhaul, if you go through the holes, you have to undo the ropes and all this stuff. With this, just clip it in. There you go. Okay, so there you go. I'm gonna leave it there, 7-8. You know, I've done the little bit of test. I've broke a rope, which is super useful. You want to do that there. You don't want to do that 5 minutes before the start and you're scratching around trying to find another extension or some rope or something like that. I've had a little play. I can't really do much more till I get on the water. I've checked the ropes. I've got everything ready. I need to just get the stuff with the 7.0, but that's it. Next time, I'm going to be on the beach. So yeah, I'm going to be the guinea pig. I told you I'll be the first out. There is a massive shore break. From Martigny, it might not look big, but this is actually super big. I've even put an up-haul on. I'm a little bit nervous. I don't think there's enough for the 7.8, but I've never used it, so.
Going, you got me going, crazy. You got me going, you got me going.
If we do race in light winds, it's game over for Ben Prophet. It is game over, but we're going to give it a go. Everyone likes a tryer, as my mum said.
Going. Ooh.
first one out. Well, there you go. I don't think it's going to happen today, I'm pretty sure. There is some good gust coming through, but the swell for Martigny, you just don't see it like this. So I think for a lot of the guys and the girls, yeah, that's not going to happen. Too many holes. But I managed to try the gear. It's okay. I'm still not quite balanced on that. Even in the gusts, harness lines are in the wrong place. Not enough out haul. So I've got a bit of work to do. Like the mast foot felt like it was too far back. I'm really not set up on my bigger gear. The good thing I think I've learned is that's my big gear. I'm planing, but we're not going to race. So if it's windy enough to race, then I'm going to be pretty stacked on that, I think, because of the way the wind works here. So I think if we get that, I think I'm going to be okay with the 7.8 and the 116.
Oh, the pressure is on. What's going on?
In a bit of trouble. They're saying we're going to go racing at 12, which means it's not going to be that windy, which means I'm slightly worried about what I thought yesterday about them not racing until it was 7.8 weather. I have got that 8.6. It's like, I've never tried it on that board. I think it's too big for the board and I don't think the fin's big enough. But now I'm like, well, on the 7.8, I'm probably going to go nowhere. So I'm like, how can you get this nervous every year? Like, you think after all these years I'd be prepared, be ready. It doesn't work like that. Maybe I should put the 38 fin in. Maybe I should try and rig the 8.6 really fast. Yeah, I might have messed up here. I thought I'd used it. Oh, God.
So lift your glasses in the air if you feel me. If you feel me. I just wanna dance. The sun goes down. 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 The sun goes down.
Okay.
That made you feel the pressure?
I've got my watch underneath my wetsuit. Luckily, the postponement flag has just gone up on the boat. Fran, which is the dad of Brendan, who is, a competitor, has lent me his fin. What a legend. What a legend. That's what windsurfing's all about. I've got the free race and it has been a last minute change because it's the biggest board I've got. I use this for foiling. I've rigged an 8.6 for the first time. I've drawn some numbers on, or Fran even drawn my numbers on. The cam spacers are not fixed, the battens aren't tight, but we're gonna go out and we're gonna see if we can play.
And have some fun tonight. I've been working 2 jobs, it got me stressed out. But tonight I'm finna go and dance, scream and shout.
Okay, so there we go, lastminute.com, but the gear seems to work okay. I mean, whatever it is on my 7.8 and my 116, contra to my previous comment the day before, it wouldn't work out there. There's no way, and everyone's playing around on the big gear. So, lesson learned, you need big gear. You need at least an 80 plus wide board, a 40 something fin, and an 8.6. That's what I reckon, especially if we race in that. Will we race now? I think it's a little bit too holy. I still think they need a bit more wind, but I think we will be on the big gear. I've got a few loose things. My boom feels a bit loose. It's an old boom and I need to tighten up the screws on the front end and the battens need a tweak. So I'm going to nip back, get a batten key, and then going to get ready for the race. Whether they're going to try, maybe they're just going to try. Let's see.
Just leave the stress behind. And have some fun tonight.
Good drive. Quite happy with that. Really isn't windy at the moment. There's some big holes in the course. I've asked him to move it. It's too tight coming in. I kind of said before the start, and he was like, oh, we'll see how it goes. But I saw a few people didn't even make the mark on ours. So it is tight. They need to move that up. But the wind's shifting a bit. It's difficult.
Only got one life, got to live it right. Let's turn up tonight and dance.
He's on the same sail, near enough as the big boys. I say I'm not really a big boy, but what you on? 8'2", 60 kilos. Same as my legs, probably. Going good. I just looked at the watch, GPS speed 25.34.
2560.
Faster than me.
Just leave the stress behind and have some fun tonight.
Calmest man in windsurfing. Rigs up 1 minute before the start, just goes out. Yeah. Portuguese style. I've been living here a year and a half now. Apparently I've got a few more years to go before I can just relax. I'm too stressed.
Enjoy the day.
Here I come again, Lord, before you.
They've moved the course perfect now, but pretty friggin' windy. I'm 8.6, pretty jacked. I think I'm going to go with the 8.6, but I'm going to get the 7.8 ready. What a caddy. Okay, so far so good. 2 wins out of 2 on 2 different sets of gear. Definitely needed the big stuff for that first race. And then I'm now on the 7.8. I thought I was gambling a little bit, but in the race, I'm fully stacked, like absolutely stacked. The GPS says about 32 knots max, which isn't, I know, the fastest speed, but in the chop, relatively, I'm quite happy with that. All feels pretty good, apart from in the gusts, I'm on the edge. But luckily, I've had good starts in each one. The watch is working good and my timing's been good. And I've pretty much been to the first mark first, apart from the last one. The Neil Pride dude was right on it, and he was coming in a bit hot. So I kind of let him go and then jibed inside him, and then I was pretty good. So let's see, we're still surely going to bang out a few more races. The wind is increasing.
You were sweet love.
I gotta say, 4 firsts out of 4 races, that's definitely an improvement. As I've said before, it's a shame the other boys aren't here because I can't tell if I've improved or they're just not here. But in saying that, it still feels like a skill is leading a race and staying in control, not losing it. You know, pushing when you need to push. I've been pushing hard on the starts. I've been getting some good starts, and I've just got a little bit extra speed, and it just goes to show, or makes me feel how maybe Antoine Albo feels when he's in the BWA, you know, a few years ago, and he just puts the power down and just gets a little bit ahead. And racing like that, man, you've had it easy all these years. So yeah, it feels good. Gear felt so good. That 7.8. I've got that 37 in that 116 as well, and it just feels really balanced. So that's really cool. The 8.6 was just a mishmash this morning, but that was still good. So all in all, good day. I've got to say, big shout out to Brendan. Man, the guy is like 60 kilos or something, and he is smashing it. He's been in second, I think, in most of those races there, and he is taking on some pretty big dudes. So that's a name to watch for the future.
Now only a beer that finished the day. It's perfect.
Oh, big, oh,
sudo e não amarista. No mar, tu és um artista.
Welcome to Sagres, here in day 4 of the Portuguese Championship.
The last day, I've got a rig, it's not ready. They've already started the first race. And I think, I've got the 6.3, small board. I have no clue if it's the right size. And relax.
Yes.
We're not too bad. I haven't been out there yet, but I know it's windy. Better take the fin cover off. I'll give that to the camera lady. Oh God. Right, I'm off.
You call me older, cause you told you were the best one. And the worst thing you could do was to believe them. You saw your own reports, acting like you're better than all rest of us. I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think so.
The start was good. I think I was perfect on 0, and I was battling with the nail pride guy. I don't know where he is right now, but he went far on the jibe. He did a large jibe, so I took the inside, and I managed to get the gust before him to arrive in front. And at the end of every jibe, I could hear Bruno just coming closer, and then at the jibe, I would get him. It was a close race, and the finish was it was close.
First win of the competition, day number 4.
Yes,
What size you on?
6'2".
I'm on a 6'3". What size?
6'2".
6'2", but these two, I wasn't in the race, nowhere close.
You call me older, cause you told you were the best one. And the worst thing you could do was to believe them. You saw your own report, acting like all that and the rest of us.
Disaster. 3rd. I actually finished 3rd in that one. Why? Terrible start, like terrible, and then super underpowered. Like if I'd have been out in front, I probably could have been all right, but because I was below everyone, it was just shocking. And then coming to the first jibe mark, loads of people everywhere, couldn't quite pick a line, and then up the second reach, I got stuck behind a few people's wake. My track was too far forward and I couldn't get any drive, so I went below, and then just a bit of a disaster race. But the boys ahead of me had a sick race. It looked like Bruno and Brendan had a real fight to the line, and Brendan winning his first race, so that's pretty cool. I actually crashed on the last mark as well. I mean, camera was stuck in the thing, or my foot stuck in the strap. So far, day 2, not going well. Another race coming up. Need to turn it on.
But we go way back to the time we were 17. No worries, no problem, just you and me. As time went on, you started to fade, and you broke my heart when you complained. You said I'm holding you down. You said I'm holding you down. You said I'm holding you down.
Okay, that is better. That is better. After a pretty disappointing start to the last day, I just redeemed myself with that win. A few little points I think I can make now. After the first race, I kind of had to tell myself off and say, look, you can't just be anywhere on the start. You need a good start. Even if you are a little bit quicker, if you don't get a good start and you're in the pack and you're in all the dirty wake, it is hard to catch up. Another thing, my board trim wasn't right. My mass track, no joke, about that much too far forward. I moved it back a little bit. The board started flying better. I could drive off the fin. In the race before, just couldn't get the drive. Then I'm fully pushing off the fin. The board's flying. Everything was just easier. But the start was the key. Once you're in the lead, it's easy. Now I know what all these top guys are dealing with. When you're in the lead, everything is easier. When you're racing in the pack, I won't lie, it's actually more fun in the pack. You having a race, that is what slalom's all about. Being in the lead is semi-boring, but it's still nice to win. Okay, we're gonna have some lunch now. I think we've got 3 more races this afternoon. We've got to keep the kid behind me. The Portuguese Championship is on as well, because Bruno, I think, is in pole position, but a few people are challenging him. Let's see. The rumour is they're going to do another one. Are you ready?
No. Like I said yesterday, beer time.
Yeah, I'm with him. Beer time. 7-7?
7-7.
The guy is a monster. 7-7.
It's too hard to change sail.
How's that?
So it was good.
Hard work.
Very good, very hard. Like Deafy Wind.
It is. It's a good point. It's like the Deafy Wind out there, but we're not ready for the Deafy Wind. It's like Deafy Wind on light wind kit. Oh, look at this. It's cranking. Absolutely cranking. That's the windiest slalom race I have done. And he was pushing, I was trying to cruise. He was pushing, I had to like stick my ass out there. Just pure survival. I came into the first mile thinking, oh good, and then I got it wrong, crashed a jibe. Brendan got ahead of me, then he crashed this jibe, and then I was ahead thinking, okay, just the last jibe. But the last jibe is so windy and choppy, and my front hand was cramping up. And as soon as I unhooked, I just was like, oh no. And then you got a big gust before I could pull in the sail, dunk. And then I get up, I'm still ahead of him, going down the last reach, cruising, thinking, okay, just make it to the end. And I was like, I look down and he's going full speed, he's on his 5.6. And I'm thinking, oh, you are joking me. So then I had to like pull it down for the last bit of the reach. I still got the win, but it was a bit of a crazy race. It must be 35 plus knots out there. Just massive, massive gusts. But I don't know if they're going to do another one. I hope not. I'm done. I'm done. Well, at the moment, yeah, but this is really windy now. Like,
is it too windy now? Can we not see you?
Are you here spectating?
Do some jumps. We came to see some triple jumps from you.
Triple jumps? We'll be out doing triple jumps.
It's the least we came to see. This is such a bloody crazy weather today.
We heard you were doing a little bit of surviving. And
we came all the way from the Galapagos Islands.
I was going to say, come on.
This is it here. This is over. There's no one here. What is going on?
No, literally, everyone's been blown off the water. Yeah, he wants to go one final straight.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. For me, I'm packing up. If you've never done a really windy slalom race, I don't recommend it. It's absolutely terrifying. Oh, I'm scared to shoot in. Oh man, Brendan. Oh, remember that name, I tell you. He's killing it, man. Couple years when he's got some muscle on him. I mean, he's going to be pushing hard. All right, let's go home. Let's see if we can get to the beach. Spike me.
Thank you.
It's a changing of the guard. No, it's a good race, though. It's good, man. He's good. kid got me. Fair play, man. He's sailing really good. Just look out for him. I keep saying it, but look out for him in the future. When he's put on a few pounds, it's going to be a force, I tell you. It really is. But there we go. That pretty much wraps it up, I reckon. But what a great event. I mean, considering the forecast, this place has just delivered 2 full days of slalom action. Oh my God! But yeah, that's it for the Portuguese National Championships. Again, I'm pretty sure the Portuguese champ will be Bruno Bertolo. We need to get the official results for that. But fair play, man. That was full survival racing. What have we learned? Well, I just keep relearning the same things. The start is key. Get yourself a watch. Get yourself fitter. But a lot of this is having the right gear. You know, Brendan was racing on a 5.0 in that last race. You know, and a lot of the boys here on 6.3s and the guys on the big stuff. I think Vasco was on a 7.7. Yeah, it was a bit too big. So you do need to have the right gear. And that's pretty much it. Preparation, that's what we learned. Gotta be prepared. All right, join us in the next one. I've got to go to the prize giving.
Primeiro lugar, or should I say in first place? Our beloved Benjamin Profit from Great Britain.
I'm using it for kisses, but... Good job, man. A bit high for me. Hey! 3 years! So how was the windsurfing? Wow. Professional.
Hey, Teletubby.
Johnny Mascarpone, Windsurfing.
Johnny Mascarpone! Oh, left me hanging. Leaving me hanging. Leaving me hanging on video. Ah!
Which Teletubby are you?
63.
Oh! Like Jesus in front of the sun, I tell you. But remember, if that bit at the front is down a little bit, someone's screaming in the background. Remind me why I don't want kids. Lose the win. Not happy. He's not happy. You know, I'm moaning here about me fin not fitting. That kid just wants an ice cream. Did you make it to the end? You legends. You legends. And talking of legends, I've got to say a massive thank you to the guys that made that event happen. Danielle, who's the main guy behind organising the whole thing, and also his partner in crime, Joel, who is the owner of Wind for All. That's the centre on the beach in Martignal. So if you come into Sagres, you want to rent some windsurfing gear in the flat water spot, Wind for All. Speak to Joel and he will sort you out. So there we go. Thanks to everyone for watching. If you liked it, like I say, give us a thumbs up, like, subscribe to the channel. Plenty more where that came from. Let me know in the comments. I know it was a bit wordy at the beginning with not so much action, so I'm probably some of you skipped straight forward, but it's always interesting to hear feedback. Good? Okay, and a little bit bad. Don't kill me. So there we go. Stay tuned to the channel and we'll speak to you before the next one.